Imagine yourself owning a future champion.
Pink Lloyd, the gift that just keeps on giving.
Now immerse yourself in the potential of a young racehorse.
Giant strides from last to first.
Be part of the ownership dream with unlimited possibilities. Dreams become reality in our winner's circle. Go to ownaThoroughbred.ca or call ownership specialist Stacey Roberts at the HBPA of Ontario.
Hi everybody, Dan Illman and Mike Beer. The DRF race of the day for Thursday, March the 12th is race number 7 at Oaklawn Park. It is an optional claiming race for Arkansas breds, and our coverage is presented by the Ontario HBPA and Own a Thoroughbred. Make 2020 your year for excitement. Visit ownaThoroughbred.ca for current ownership opportunities available, or join them at one of their ownership information events at Woodbine Racetrack on April the 25th or May the 23rd. Event information available online, or call the HBPA of Ontario's ownership specialist, Stacey Roberts. Reserve your tickets today. Here's the field for Thursday's race of the day. We've got 8 in here, and you can download free Formulator Pass performances on the Race of the Day event page at DRF.com. Access them, handicap along with us. We throw up the Timeform US pace projector. Blue bar scenario, Timeform US believes that this race will favor horses on or near the early lead, and the one Hunani Road, that's a big advantage for this horse if that scenario plays out.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I certainly think this horse has enough speed to make the front here, but I don't know, Dan. I thought there were a couple of other horses to the outside who might want to take part in this thing early.
Hunani Road is a multiple stakes winner against Arkansas breds and made his first start of his 5-year-old campaign most recently. Bet down to favoritism, added front bandages for the first time in this race. Part of the pace picture in the two-path right now with the white stripe and the blinkers. He's been on the pace throughout, and he runs a solid second, considering it was his first race off of the layoff. If he improves off this performance, Mike, he's going to be very tough. He's run buyer speed figures in the low to mid 80s, and that's probably good enough to win a race like this.
Yeah, I mean, he's all those things that you just said are true. And I thought all in all, you know, considering he'd only had one start prior to that, dating back to May of 2019. So it was this horse had missed an awful lot of time. He did contest the pace for a long time in there. I thought he looked a little tired in the stretch, which I guess isn't to be unexpected. I'll give him some extra credit for finishing second in there, though, Dan.
What a cool horse is the number 2, Rock City Roadhog. This is a 10-year-old making his 80th lifetime start. He has won 22 times in his career. He has banked over $500,000, and he can still run. Let's go back to Valentine's Day, his first start off the layoff, first start of the year. He's on the outside, Mike, and he's just going to get beat ahead as the favorite.
Yeah, he puts in a really game run down the outside here. You know, all in all, I thought his trip was okay. They swung him to the outside. You're just going to see him keep coming down the outside right to his inside. The 9 there is 501, who's also in this race, and they're both going to surge to the wire here. And Rock City Roadhog's just going to miss at the end. Thought he ran well, Dan. He's got a lot of back class.
And I think he has enough tactical speed that he can actually stay close if the fractions are slow. He doesn't have to come from far back, so he's a horse that deserves and demands respect second off the layoff. I think J.E.'s hand-me-down is a long shot with a chance in here. His most recent start was his first race off of a very long layoff. He tracked the pace down on the rail. He was in behind horses turning into the lane. He really never got optimum clearance, and I think for a prep standpoint, it was a good race. His most recent win, 3 starts back, came going 6 furlongs. I think he's a good, solid, late-running sprinter. The question is, will he get pace?
Yeah, those things are all true. I mean, we'll see how far away he has to be. I'm with you. I thought his return from the long layoff last time was not bad at all. And he's another horse. I think if he takes a small step forward in here, he could be right there at the end.
The number 4 Racer is not the most prolific winner in the world. He hasn't won a race since 2018. Back in the day, he was okay against Arkansas breds. He's a multiple stakes winner in his career, and I wonder if he's slowly rounding himself back into shape. This will be his 3rd start of the year. Last time out, he was outside of Hunani Road pressing the pace, and he just couldn't step with that horse in the lane. But it was a step in the right direction from a buyer standpoint, and he is going to be close to the pace again. The problem is, can he improve about 2 lengths on Hunani Road in about 3 weeks?
Right. I don't know if he can. And, you know, he had already had a prep race that Hunani Road didn't have in that race. And he just really was no match at the end of the day. Not that he ran poorly, Dan. He's going to have to do better.
501, another horse going second off the layoff. This horse comes out of the Rock City Road Hog race. He ran fine that day, only beaten the neck. This is a horse that's very versatile from a running style standpoint. It really doesn't seem to matter the surface. Maybe the figs haven't been there for a couple of years for 501, but I think he's another that you can bank on improvement second time back.
Yeah, he spent a lot of time on synthetic last year, so I don't want to get too caught up in the figures he was running. He was a little bit cheap last year. All in all, his return from the layoff, I mean, he was basically 4 wide every step of the way in that race, and he hit the wire right there with Rock City Roadhog.
Marvelous Thunder is the number 6 horse, making his 3rd start of the form cycle, 20-1 on the morning line. Don't want to really knock a long shot too much. Right now, his best races have simply come on the turf, and I'm not sure he has enough speed, if the pace is moderate to slow, to overcome that disadvantage.
I think that's those are 2 main points about this horse. I was, mildly interested if he's going to be a big price, mostly because of his return off the layoff and his first dirt start since his debut, because I actually thought he ran okay in that race on February 14th. Bumped a couple of times after the start with Rock City Roadhog, and then he just wound up in behind horses for a long way. He didn't even get clear till about the 8th pole. I don't know. I thought he ran well. They wheeled back quickly last time. It didn't work out. I think he could improve off of that race.
Bandit Point is the number 7, coming off of a victory when turned back to this 6 furlong distance. We'll take a look at that race right now. The issue is this horse is a true one-run closer. Far outside right now. He got a pace in this race, 21-3 the first quarter, 45-1, confidently ridden in the stretch, just runs by these horses. Didn't think this was the strongest field in the world, and it's questionable whether he'll get this same pace setup, but he looks good winning despite hanging on his left lead.
Yeah, he does look good winning this race. We'll see if this race sets up well for him. If you just go back in his PPs to last year, I mean, close to Rock City Roadhog at a big price, close to Hanani Road at a big price. I mean, he's going to need a setup in this race, but it's not like he's overmatched.
Just wonder if Weast Hill is off form right now. This is a horse that began his career with a lot of promise against Arkansas breds. He is a multiple stakes winner. He showed some speed last time out in the Rock City Roadhog race. He was in that blanket finish for the win, only beaten a length while 5th. It's just he hasn't run that fast race recently. His best race is when he's on the lead. I think a good trip is coming, maybe prompting outside, or if they really want to run and gun, they could do so. His current form is a question.
Yeah, I thought he would show speed in this race from the outside. He does look a little cheap to me, but I think he'll show speed in here. It was weird to watch that last race because he was very confidently ridden, even though he didn't have much of a lead. And then when they set him down, I mean, the whole field was just kind of right there and he couldn't get away from them. But I didn't think he ran poorly.
Let's take a look at our top picks for race number 7 at Oaklawn Park on Thursday, your DRF race of the day. I'm just taking a shot with Racer, 3rd off the layoff. I know he's going to be close, and I know he's going to be a price. For me, I'm going to use 3 horses in the multis, the 1, the 3, and the 4. I think the J.E.'s hand-me-down is interesting at a price. Hunani Road, your top selection, is simply the horse to catch and beat.
Yeah, I mean, I just sort of chalked it out with him. He looks too good to me, although I guess there are some questions considering he's raced so infrequently lately, but I'll just hope he steps forward off the layoff. The other horse that I, sort of interested in was the 6 at a bigger price, Marvelous Thunder.
1, 3, 6, and 2 for Mike. 4, 1, 3, 7 for me. It's the 7th at Oaklawn, your DRF race of the day for Thursday, March the 12th. Approximate post time 4:14 Central. Best of luck.